They're travel kickers. They're rent-a-players. So this is Justin Tucker's last deal. He did a great thing for the rest of the kickers out there to bring up their salary cap number a little bit, because now other agents of other kickers are going to go, look, here's how my guy compares to Tucker. Here's what we want. So good for him as far as that goes, as far as the rest of the NFL kickers go. Now, Mo Wilkerson, I'm surprised. His guarantee only comes out to a little over $53 million out of his 5-year, $86 million deal. Based on the rumors and the way people were talking, how his deal could affect Vaughn's deal, because maybe they try and come over the top of Vaughn's number, I'm shocked it's only 53. Now, again, good for him. You get your money. Go ahead. Ain't no problem with it. I'm just surprised that the Jets, were able to get, in my opinion, that good of a deal for him. Now, maybe they can use some of the money they saved there and get a quarterback. Maybe they'll bring Fitzpatrick back. They got to get something worked out. Otherwise, they're just going to be a very strong defensive team that has good skilled position players on offense, but nobody to get them the ball. And that's going to be a disaster, in my opinion. You're looking at a team that's going to be ready to quit. Fourth down. Yes, thank you very much. I wanted this shoe so much as a kid. Nike is bringing it back, the Barry Sanders turf shoe. Thank you very much, Nike. It is one of the best turf shoes of all time. And I'm saying that strictly because I'm a Barry Sanders and a Detroit Lions fan. A turf shoe, honestly, is probably a turf shoe. But what have they done? They took the shoe from the 90s, updated it with today's technology. They put the blue, the silver, the black, the white in there. They made a nice seamless design. I'm telling y'all, I might have to rock a pair as just a regular pair of shoes. Go ahead, get a pair. Go get yourself a pair of these shoes too, and represent Barry Sanders. Speaking of Barry Sanders, as you guys know, he's my favorite football player of all time. I got to spend time with him as a kid. I've met him. I've followed his career. I've learned about him. I got his books, his autographs, all kinds of stuff like that. I'm a fan of the guy. And yesterday was his birthday, so I just wanted to take an opportunity on Fifth Down this week to say happy birthday to a guy who really influenced my life in Barry Sanders. And I had told you guys before that I got to meet him at the football camp when I was younger, and how great of an experience that was with the different players that were there. Well, when I was at this camp, I went to the camp, and on my Little League team, I was playing offensive line, I was playing some defensive line, and I was playing some linebacker. When I heard he was there, I decided I needed to go be a part of the running back drills. And I was trying to figure out how I could make this work. So I decided to tell everybody that I was a fullback. Decided to go to my coaches after this camp and ask to play fullback. And I actually got to play a little fullback that season. So I'm in the running back drills, and we're getting started after introductions, and he's telling us what we're going to do. And he says, okay, I need a ball. Who's got a ball? Does anybody have a ball? I was like, yeah, I got a ball. So I run over to my bag, and I grab my ball, and I grab my pen, because this was my autograph ball. I'm thinking, heck yeah, I'm going to get an autograph real quick. And not being all that smart about it as a kid, I was thinking, sure, we can toss it around too. Whatever. Two birds with one stone. So I bring it over there. He sees what I got, and he's like, okay, no, I'll do some autographs later. And he handled it well for a kid who had no clue what he was doing, but was just starstruck. And that's really how it hit it off for me. I was like, wow, I don't feel embarrassed that much. This is cool. He's a cool guy. I'm glad I made this decision. And I followed him around the rest of the time we were there. The rest of the time he was at the camp before he left. So again, that was Fifth Down. Happy birthday to Barry Sanders yesterday. We're going to move into another segment here after the break. It'll be the last segment. This is also another segment we will do starting every Sunday. It's called Headlines, and we will get to that after the break.
Hey guys, the NFL season is almost here, and you know what that means. Fantasy football is right around the corner. Did you win your fantasy league last year? Would you like to win some extra money playing in a daily fantasy football this season? If so, the DirtCannon.com is here to help. You can get numbers and projections anywhere. But if you want to build a winner for a full season fantasy team, or just looking to win consistently in daily games, then do what I did and join the dirtcannon.com. They have it all in one place, fellas. Whether a bronze member or a silver, they will hook you up. I recommend the silver package. Starting today for the silver package, use my code RDST and you will get a customized 2016 NFL Draft Kit, Draft Day Intelligence, and access to their award-winning lineup analyzer with expert insight and analysis. So win your league, make some money, and take home the bragging rights with thedirtcannon.com. And use Real Deal Sports Talk's promo code RDST. And for the first month, with my code RDST, get $4.99 off the first month of your silver membership.
All right, now it's time for the new Sunday segment of Headlines. All right, so making the headlines this week. Headlines is going to basically take place of the segment I did last Sunday, Week in Rewind. These are going to be some different headlines throughout the week, or maybe even some stories that we've hit on already that I just want to touch back on, or maybe something's changed, or maybe we just missed throughout the week, right? So we'll do again. This will be another every Sunday. We'll start hitting the headlines segment. So Bleacher Report put out, and this one I'm gonna hit off first. This is a connection to my Lions, but I'm gonna put this one out there first. Bleacher Report. I saw this article on first. Javid Best, former Detroit Lions running back, former Cal running back, has been cleared to be on the Olympic team for St. Lucia. He'll be participating in the 100-meter dash. And, we all know Javid's got some speed. He probably wouldn't have made the U.S. team. And he does have family connections to St. Lucia. One of his parents, I'm not sure which one, is from the Caribbean island. And he was able to go ahead and get whatever he needed taken care of so he could go represent part of his culture and his heritage in the Olympic Games as a sprinter. Now that's great for him. I love hearing stories like that. This is a guy whose career ended in 2013 because of concussions. And at the time, he was doing great work for the Lions. Outside of the fact that he got head injuries, he was exactly what our team needed at the time. He was a home run threat. We tried to replace him with an aging Reggie Bush. That was a mistake because Reggie Bush was good at USC. He really wasn't worth anything in his time in the NFL, and I don't know if he's going to get another chance, but we tried to replace Javid Best with Reggie Bush. And now with Amir Abdullah. So good for Javid Best. I'll pay attention to you in the sprints. The sprints are one of my favorite events to watch anyway. So we'll report during the Olympics and let you guys know how our former running back did there and how he fared for St. Lucia. Another story in the headlines this week. Tom Thibodeau, current Minnesota Timberwolves coach, has come out and said, you know what, I'm going to give Kevin Garnett all the time he needs to decide if he's ready to retire. Now, I was under the impression, honestly, that Garnett was going to play at least one more year there in Minnesota. I know he's getting a little long in the tooth. He's the only player left from the 95 draft class, yes, 1995 draft class, who's still active. Kobe was the last player from the 96 class. Duncan was the last player from the 97 class. And like I talked about on last week's show, how great of a Hall of Fame class would that be with Kobe, Garnett, and Duncan? It's already going to be amazing with Kobe and Duncan. Now throw Garnett in there too. Remember, Garnett's the guy who really kicked off all these high school players coming out straight from high school. He came out in 95. Kobe came out in 96. Then you saw a string of them after that. To the point that the NBA had to come up with their stupid rule trying to match what the NFL has going with their rule. And you know what? I think he deserves all the time. I think when he's done, he should go ahead and get some ownership there in Minnesota and just keep being part of that organization because he really put them on the map. Now, when it comes to living on the map, you got a guy named Jeff Teague, played down there in Atlanta. He's from Indianapolis. He's going home to play in Indianapolis. He's going to be on the Pacers. And when he re-signed with Atlanta a few years ago, he gave his house that he had bought to his parents and moved down to Atlanta. Well, now he's back in Indy, so what's he doing? Instead of buying a new house because he'll be a free agent next summer, he's just going to live in his parents' basement. And that's how he's putting it. He gave that house to his parents, so that's their house. It's a little weird that a guy making that much money is going to be living with his parents, but at the same time, he gave him the house. He's just waiting for free agency instead of spending money he doesn't need to, because next summer he gets his big contract. Ronda Rousey, CBS Sports is reporting Ronda Rousey sounds like she is ready to come back and win her title that she lost to Holly Holm, who she lost to Miesha Tate, who she lost to Amanda Nunes. And Rousey was dominant while she was champion. So let's see if she can come back, what she has left. She recently had a knee surgery. They're hoping that she'll be back sometime maybe towards the end of this year or beginning of next year. And she will fight whoever the champion is at that time. As often as the belt keeps changing, like I said, it's Amanda Nunes right now. It could be anybody come that time. A fighter that we talked about the other day, WWE, UFC, Brock Lesnar, he's been flagged for a possible anti-doping violation before his fight with Mark Hunt. His people are claiming it is because of his asthma inhaler. Mark Hunt is saying, forget that, I deserve his money. So we'll have to see how that one plays out. Chris Anderson is going back to play with his boy LeBron James. They played together down in Miami. And now they will be playing together apparently for the Cavs. He signed a 1-year deal to play with them. Aaron Rodgers wants to finish his career as a Packer. All the power to you. I hope you can. I love it when guys get to finish their career with one team. I think it's the best thing there's got going. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but this one jumped off as I was reading stories and checking stuff out. The Arizona Diamondbacks have introduced a 2-pound, 3,500-calorie triple play sundae. Now, if you've seen the ESPN commercial where the anchors are sitting there with their tiny helmets that you can get at the game with their sundaes, and it pans over to the baseball player and he's got the batting helmet, that's what the Diamondbacks have done. They've taken a batting helmet and put in a sundae. So if you can eat it, if you can share it, go get messy, enjoy a game, see the Diamondbacks. I want to thank thedirtcannon.com for partnering up with Real Deal Sports Talk. I want to thank all of my listeners for tuning in, sharing the end of your week with me. I hope you have a great week. Follow us on Facebook, Real Deal Sports Talk with KP. Follow us on Twitter, Real Deal KVP. And, just keep listening in, keep tuning in, keep writing in. And until next time, everybody, just be real.